Hello friends, so this is Normstorm here, and this is going to be a very disappointing video for many people. Because as you can kind of hint from the title, the short version is I'm not going to be doing the LoL recaps anymore. I know that there are other times in the past where I know one time specifically I'm not going to do this anymore, but then it turns out that all I really needed was like a long break. And then I had the hiatus recently, but the short version is I'm not doing the LoL recaps because I want to pursue what I feel are the more, not just like tougher, but like kind of more better paying jobs, So I guess the longer version, because LoL recap has been like a part of me for like a little while. I've been really dedicated towards it, and I did have a lot of fun for a pretty good while. But yeah, it definitely deserves its own proper send off. So like originally, like video editing was just a hobby that I liked doing when I was like a younger kid, because I like creating things. Video editing kind of let me do that. And so then after I graduated, I made LoL News, and LoL News originally was this idea where it's like, all right, well, no one else makes anything like it, so I'm going to do it, and maybe I can like make it my job or something like that. So LoL News was the expansion of the hobby, and then journalism, or esports journalism, was the expansion of LoL News. So that's why I was kind of dipping into that for a little bit. But video editing, honestly, I think for me personally, it's just much better strictly as a hobby and not really for professional reasons. Like what I'm doing right now, there isn't really a lot of job security, and I still have to keep my, my own interests and whatnot, what have you, in mind. So, like currently what I've kind of got on my mind at the moment is like I like the idea of maybe doing some software engineering or video game design, or like being an IT guy. Like I don't know for sure yet, but I do know that like I like computers and I like creating things. So maybe, I can score a job somewhere along that line. But like I've been doing LoL recap for a while, and I think I've seen some signs that maybe it's not the best thing that I should do, because like sometimes you just got to do something for a while before you realize that you don't really want to do it. Like I remember at one point, like every episode would get maybe like 800, 900, 1,000 views. But then ever since I like rebranded to Normstorm and I was making it like esports journalism centric, and I like started splitting up like the pro tournament results and everything else into a different thingy, it was like after I started doing that, like the viewership numbers went down. I think that's kind of a sign that maybe this isn't the best thing that I should be doing at the moment, but it's like there's no regrets to it or anything like that. Like there were a lot of skills and discipline that I honed through doing this that school didn't really do for me. So that's pretty exciting. And in some, like a part of me still kind of wants to do it, but like there's just really no time to do it anymore. Like every episode of LoL News, actually beforehand it didn't take as long, but now that like but that's because the show actually just used to be complete shit beforehand. Like it was actually so bad. But like nowadays, like now it's way more polished, and like there's way more tournaments that I'm like looking after now, and way more topics, and just all the visuals look way better, and that definitely has more of a time investment coming out of it. So I don't know. And also, like as I get older, like I really wanted to stick with doing what I purely liked doing, because I was under the impression that if I just kept doing like my hobby, it would eventually become a job. And for a lot of people, that is probably going to be a really good route for them. I definitely see the merit to it. But also at the same time, I was actually kind of shying away from what I thought would be kind of the more stressful or harder, or more important or higher paying jobs, as I mentioned before, because I didn't think that I was mentally strong enough to be able to go through it. But now that I'm older and I've kind of my brain's developed a bit more, I think that I actually think I can really kind of go for that. The idea of really going to school and really cracking down on it, while also like taking my job seriously, and then just like maybe creating some things on the side every now and then, maybe with some friends or something, like that actually really excites me. And I really kind of want to go and like explore that for a little bit. So it is kind of like a never say never, because it's like, as one of my friends likes to say, anything is possible. But that's purely that's purely like an anything is possible standpoint. Like you never really know what's going to happen in the future, but I just know for sure that I don't really want to be doing the law recaps. And if I do come back, it's going to be because, maybe someone or like some company branches out. It's like, we really liked you doing this. We want to give you a lot of money to do it. But that would like be the only way that I would do it. But yeah, like, so I don't know exactly which job I'm going to be taking. I still have a lot of time to ponder that. I just know that there's a number of courses that I still got to go back to. So I'm going to be doing that. And just kind of grind that out for a little bit. Like as I've kind of hinted before, like I'll still make videos, but just not law recap. Like the other night, I stayed up really late and I was making this video called Pro Tech Guide to Roadhog, and like there's lots of memes in it. It's a lot really shit posting, kind of, and I just had a lot of fun making it. Like it reminded me of like why I was video editing as a hobby in the first place. But yeah, like there have been times like when I'm making law recaps and I have to stay up really late to finish something. But that was because like I would be behind schedule and it just became stressful, and it's just, I don't know, I guess I do like the idea of this video editing being strictly a hobby for me. But like I'll still kind of lurk around the League community. Like I still like League of Legends. I'll play the game every now and then. I've been climbing up that ranked ladder, but just not as intensely as originally. I'll still keep up with like the League community, as I think I've said, and I'll keep up with like the LCS and stuff. But yeah, so that's about that. So, I really hate to disappoint people. I'm really sorry to those who are, going to be kind of stressed out by this, but, you guys have said some really supportive things to me for a long time, so that was really nice. I got to give a huge shout out and thank yous to, you guys, as well as like friends and family and stuff. So, yep, it's going to be the end of the era, but what's going to be happening next is, really exciting. I'm looking forward to kind of going down it. So, yep, until next time.